Sorry guys, I'm back up here. So this will be a part 2 take of the first one. Because obviously who was calling needed me. So, anywho, what was I talking about? I was talking about, about that phrase or that passage from Proverbs 24, 5, I believe. I paraphrased that whole thing, okay? Go check it out in the book if you really want to know what it is. Right? So what that's basically saying, man, like, don't go to war without wise guidance, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. You gotta understand, man, your masculine is the king of wands. To underestimate your masculine will be your fucking downfall. Right? So this is that type of energy in these moments in time when you underestimate your divine masculine like that, right? It will put you in an energy of you gonna have to eat your words when your masculine raises up on your motherfucking ass, right? This is that type of energy. When we talk about raising up on you, right? Metaphorically speaking, when we talk about that, right? We don't condone any domestic violence situations and things of that nature. This is not what we're talking about here, right? This is that type of energy when your masculine shows up and show out, you're gonna be like, you're gonna have to eat your words, right? So this is that type of energy in these moments in time here. You like, man, you can't bullshit the bullshitter, right? This is that type of energy, understanding that wise individuals don't go to war without wise guidance, okay? So when you jump into some shit, make sure you know, right? This is that type of energy. What I'm seeing here with this expression and chariot card, right? Because I feel like this is an energy where overtaking that I love myself, I accept myself, I respect myself overboard. To a point that it's going to bite you in your ass, right? This is that type of energy, right? Yeah. Let's push these up. Let's push these up some more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's going to bite you in your behind, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. That's an extra part. Where when it comes to where you're going, right, you're going to have to understand where you're going and where you have been. So this is that type of energy in these moments in time here. There's an 8 of Swords type of energy here where some of the feminists are still in this energy of being triggered by the masculine. By now, we're in this space. We should be in this space where our masculines can no longer trigger us. No one should have that much control over you. No one should have that much control over you. Like I always say, you go in the same way that you come out. I repeat, you go in the same way as you come out. So when you go into separation, you should be the same you as when you got into reunion, as when you got into recognition, as when you got into union, right? There shouldn't be any altering of who you are when you get into a separation. Right? So this is that type of energy in these moments in time here. So when it comes to what we're experiencing, we have to really look within ourselves and really take a tally mark, right? On where we are at, right? Making sure, are we still connected with our truth and who we are? And if we're not connected with our truth and who we are, right? This is that type of energy. We gonna have to ask, am I disconnected from God? Am I keeping my eyes on God? Because if I'm focusing on what's in the world, then your eyes is off of God. Because if your eyes is on God, you don't got enough time or even the mental capacity to be able to pay attention to the world because your eyes is on God, right? Right? Because I feel like with this energy, what I'm feeling here in these moments in time here, some of us haven't sat down with God for a minute. So in the way this can come through if you connect in prayer. You ain't spent time in prayer for a while. Or let's say you meditate. That's how you get connected with God. You ain't been in meditation for a while. Right? So This is that type of energy, getting back connected with our truth and getting back connected to the source. We got to remember that the whole reason why we are on this journey is to get to know God. You cannot forget about that. That is the main objective. Anything else within this journey is an add-on. So you being with your divine masculine, romantically, is a fucking add-on. God's just going to bless you with that because you earned it. But is it mandatory? Right? Is it required? No. Let me say that shit again for the motherfuckers in the back in case y'all ain't hear me though. Is it mandatory? And is it required? No. No. Right? This is that type of energy at these moments in time. When the moment that you can accept that, that's the moment your blessings will unlock. Whatever you desire will unlock the moment that you truly, wholeheartedly accept that truth, then you can move forward in your life. Because the moment that you accept that truth, right, that's when your focus is taken off of your divine masculine and focus on only on the Father, right? Mother God, Father God, right? You'll take your focus off of the masculine and focus on God. That's when you no longer yearn to be with this masculine in a way, right, on a worldly level, right? You'll now become a helpmate suitable for your masculine. You now become a tool for your masculine. You now become a resource for your masculine. But you cannot become a resource until you get out of the, furnace. A lot of us right now is in the furnace. You got to get out to the other side so you can see your whole journey from your evolvement, right? If I can explain what this energy is, man, being the outside looking in, because I'm still on my journey and still experiencing my journey and things of that nature. But one thing I do know for certain though, right? I am on the other side of the furnace. What I mean by that is the furnace of understanding this journey, understanding my masculine, understanding myself, on, I guess I want to say level one, I want to call it in my personal life of self-love. Right? So that's that I love myself. I accept myself wholeheartedly. And hey, everybody blowing me up, y'all. Anyways, that level one. You know what I'm saying? That level one of your self-love journey. So being able to disconnect from the masculine and not allow the masculine to trigger you in ways of, the best way I can give this energy is like, let's say you deal with self-esteem issues, right? And your masculine brings that shit out of you, right? At the beginning of your journey, all that shit shows, right? So you die to yourself, metaphorically speaking, and become anew. Right? So once you become anew, you probably 9 times out of 10 found your purpose and you're walking in your purpose. Right? So now you're on the other side. You have to get to your purpose to understand what is going on. But you can't understand what's going on if you are not in the lab enough. I be telling people, man, the faster to get out of this shit, right? The faster to get out on the other side is all depends on how much you're in the lab. And the lab means going within. The lab means doing that inner work, that shadow work. Y'all know I'm all about shadow work. Shadow work, right? This is that type of energy in these moments of time, right? So it's about us being in the lab. The more that you're in the lab, the faster you can get the fuck out of this shit. But in these moments in time, what I mean by that is getting on the other side of your journey. Because even though you're on the other side of the journey, hence, now you're walking in your purpose now. You're doing what God needs you to do. Da-da-da-da. There's still trials and tribulations and delays and adversity on that side. It just heightens, right? But if we're still focused on that first level shit, that your masculine hurt your motherfucking feelings, you keep getting triggered because why? Your masculine's not talking to you? If we're still there? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need, you gonna have to step your cookies up. I'm sorry, you gonna have to step your cookies up. Word to Nikki, step your cookies up. You know what I'm saying? This is that type of energy in these moments in time, y'all. Right? What was that? I really clarified all that shit for this coming together card at the bottom of the deck. But yeah, coming together has to do with that internal work. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to step your cookies up, right? Anywho, let's keep moving forward. We got challenging times. I see this as the 5 of Pentacles. Being asked out, being feeling lack and things of that nature. This is like, has to do with that shadow, right? Because you can understand, man, when you are in that fight or flight energy, right? When your back is against the wall, that's when you see who you truly are. But if we are avoiding this moment, you ain't gonna be able to see your true power. You ain't gonna be able to see who the fuck you are, right? When you're so focused on your divine masculine, or focused on, yes, the journey between you and your divine masculine, and not even focused on the journey between you and God, right? Because this journey is between you and God first. It's a holy trinity. What? It's you, God, and your masculine. You, God, and your masculine, right? So that being said, there's no need to bring this stagnant ass energy to your fucking masculine when you need to be really in that communication with God to get rid of this fucking stagnant ass energy within your being, within your spirit, right? Because what's gonna happen is when you're in that energy, because you gotta understand, man, the feminines be moody as fuck. When they cup sync together, right, they get destructive. Repeat. Again, for the people in the back, when the feminines are moody and when they cups are not together, they get destructive, right? This is that type of energy. You start to manifest shit that you don't want in your life when these cups and that mind is not together, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time, okay? So it's about us getting those cups together. So if that means I'm dropping everything. If that means you having to go within that dark night of the soul, going within that space and going without things, then we gonna have to do that, right? Right, let's keep moving forward, okay? So we got the collective, or this combination of cards for you guys for the foundation of this read, is we got daydreams, indecisions. All right, moving on. All right, we got helpless and hopeless. Last but not least, strengthening bonds. Okay, like I said, in these moments in time here, these readings has to do with you and you only, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. We're having to be in this energy of having to rebuild that fucking relationship with oneself. You know what this shit is? Man, because I had this moment, I don't even remember. I went to Denver one time. I forgot the time frame it was. But when I came back from Denver, it's been a while. Has it been a year? A year, maybe? I don't fucking remember. But I went to Denver. The recent time I went to Denver and I came back. And I had this fucking meltdown. Within this journey to a point where it spilled over into my demonstration, right? And going through that, I realized after getting out of that, spending time with myself, I took my eyes off of the journey of myself. It's easy to lose track of what you got to get done to make sure that you are on point. What I mean by that, if you're lacking, because it's kind of like those, you're making a big dish, right? You're having to stir all those pots. So making sure every pot that's on the stove is evenly stirred so it don't burn. But if you forget this pot over here and you're focusing on these two over here, that shit's going to start burning and spilling over, right? So this is that type of energy in these moments in time here, where I had that moment after coming back from Denver, right? Where I had to sit back and reevaluate, right? And it came from the lack of taking care of my internal work. It's easy to get caught up in the world that you forget about that internal work, because the energy that I'm connecting with here is you already know how to get that internal work on. You've been doing that. But this is a type of energy here where for a while now we've been getting a little distracted, right? Where it's starting to spill off into our journeys, right? This isn't for those. Well, I don't want to say that. This is for everyone, but mainly the energy I'm connected to is for those feminists, right? But yeah, so that's what's being said right now. So what's needing to be done right now is to continue to walk forward. You need to walk, you don't need to do anything, because everything I say is a suggestion, right? And it's coming from the source. It ain't coming from Jay. It's coming from God, right? God using me as a vessel to speak to you, right? None of this that I do is of my own. I always give that shit back up to the Father, right? So this is that type of energy. As a collective, what we need to do is walk back to God and get our gaze back on God, right? Get back into that relationship with our source, because I feel like there's been a disconnect with the core. Not a disconnect, it hasn't been a strong signal with your source for a while. Right? This is that type of energy that I'm feeling here in these moments in time, because of the concept of getting caught up in this journey. This journey is not meant to make you crazy. Why are you letting this journey make you crazy? The only way that this journey can make you fucking crazy is if you ain't connected with God. I told y'all multiple times on this journey, on these videos, anyone you've watched, somewhere around in these videos, the only way to prevent that is if you have that close-knit connection with God, to not allow this shit to run all over you. Facts. Right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. That's the only way. When you connected with God, when you connected with your source, there ain't no space for stagnancy when it comes to this journey. All right, let's get some clarity. What's going on? Yeah. Because right now what I'm seeing here is this not taking care of your cups, not taking care of your job is very juvenile. Being moody with the Page of Cups and going straight to the Queen of Cups. We know that the Queen of Cups can be, very dreamy. But I'm seeing this connectivity together as very moody, a moody energy. It's all cups, y'all, with the 10 of Cups. And this is that type of energy in these moments in time with the feminine at the bottom of the deck, bro. What I'm seeing here in these moments in time, y'all, I'm telling you, the divine feminine, we're two in our cups. We're not doing enough wands. We're not doing enough wands. And a lot of this shit comes from, with this 10 of Cups here, of still looking at our journeys from a dreamy state. We as a collective are going to have to let go of that Disney-like Cinderella, Frozen type of viewpoint of this journey. Because this shit's not sweet at all. This is real. You go through real shit on this journey. Right? And the best way that you can operate through this journey is from a real standpoint. I don't know how long it's been. It's been some time since I've watched another twin flame like romantic read. I don't know how long, how when. It's probably been like 2 years. I don't know. It's been a while, right? There's a moment, within that moment, when I decided to not watch those no more and come into a space of truly living my life and truly walking within my journey. What was going through my mind is I have to let go of this dreamlike state of this journey. Because a lot of these readings, if they're not talking about God, purpose, and where you're trying to go for the betterment of this journey, a lot of motherfuckers be selling wolf tickets on here. I'm dead serious, right? This is that type of energy with the Ace of Swords. It's time for you to take initiative in your life. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Like I said multiple times on this platform, God is not an initiator. You go have to initiate that relationship with God. You take the first step. God takes the second. God ain't gonna move shit until you convince God that, yeah, I'm doing what I need necessary. Can you move this for me? I need your help here to assist me with this. But being in this kind of limbo energy with the Two of Pentacles, right? It ain't it. It ain't cutting it. God ain't signing off on no shit for if you feel like somewhat good about it, right? You better fucking know, not kinda, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. As a collective, we should already know by now what this journey is, what this relationship is, what between you and your masculine. You should know by now. If you don't, like I said, step your cookies up. Step your cookies up, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. Because if we're not handling our internal work and polluting the world with the Five of Wands, with our internal shit, it's going to spill over in the relationships that we have, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of wounded energy here because of your cups being hurt. And this is that type of energy in these moments of time. It's about us getting our shit together. We're going to have to balance this motherfucker out. If you're having more heart over mind and not finding that balance within that shit, it's going to fuck you in the game, y'all. Like, really. Right? This is that type of energy here with the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to start manifesting things that are not for your highest good. Right? Yeah. But when you're in an energy of coming from a space of purpose, that's when you line your shit up. Because we got the Three of Wands. Y'all know the Three of Wands has to do with purpose. It's about you seeing this journey from a purpose standpoint. When you see this journey from a purpose standpoint, that's when you'll unlock your truth, unlock your journey, right? But right now, as a collective, with the Three of Pentacles and the Hermit, I can't make this shit up. It's about going within and doing that inner work. Doing what is necessary to be the best versions of ourselves, right? If we feeling fucked up, we need to go figure that out. Why am I feeling this way, right? And go take a look at that. I don't want to necessarily say heal that, because that indicates that we're broken, which you're not broken, right? So this is that type of energy. Go see why this is playing out in your reality, right? This is that type of energy here. When you go within like that, you'll pull something outside of yourself, right? When you dive so deep within yourself, you'll find some good shit about yourself and pull that out to the world. But the only way that you can find yourself is going within yourself. I love that. That's facts. Only way to find yourself is to go within yourself. Only way to find yourself is to go within yourself. Because you ain't going to find yourself if you don't go within yourself. Right? This is that type of energy here. We're going to pull two more and wrap this up. Yeah. Instead of being in this Four of Swords where you're idle-minded. Because you got to understand, when you're idle-minded, bro, that's a dangerous space to be in, because the opposition drops some shit in your mental in an idle space. You're going to fucking start getting into, once again, that destructive ass energy. That destructive ass energy that's not best for you. That's not best for your journey. And overall, not best for the concept of the kingdom. Right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here with the King of Swords. It's about allowing God to indwell your mind. When you allow God to indwell your mind, that's when you become victorious with the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You become victorious when you're able to control your mind and control your emotions. When you allow God to indwell your mind and indwell your emotions, right? That's when you become victorious over this journey. This is when you stay 10 toes ahead of your journey. This is when you'll understand the concept of your journey. Is when you allow God to indwell your mind, indwell your heart, and indwell your spirit, okay? All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all messages are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest. As well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you know what to do. DM me, we can get you set up, come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys to start the discussion. As well as let's go share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? I want you guys to have a good night. Remember, right now, this journey is about you, right? Focusing on God, getting back on your square. If that connectivity with God, that cord is that I guess, what do you want to call it? That signal is getting a little vague. We're gonna have to get that signal popping. You're gonna have to change the station to align that to find that right spot with you and God, because it's gonna start to show in your journey when you ignore that connectivity or you're disconnected from that connectivity, okay? All right, stay up and have a good night, and bye-bye.